did you get any internships? And can you even get an internship in creative writing? Maybe Leela can help. I mean, she has everything figured out.
She doesn't know we are different.
I don't know what to do with you.
What do you mean?
I know we've had this conversation before, but you've got...
This is such a haunting piece with phenomenal cinematography, great, strong, passionate, poignant dialogue, and some performances that truly bring about the severity of the issues surrounding the LGBTQ community when it comes to addiction and even abusive relationships, and then, of course, mental health issues. These things are handled here with a sense of dramatic gravitas, sure, but that never goes too far so as to diminish the meaningful messages that are coming across, that those who have these troubles need to seek help. And if those around them are not providing that, that there are people out there who can do so, and that not everything has to end in a tragedy. Very well done.
This is such a beautiful film. It was so well shot and beautifully directed and cast and acted and everything. It had so many nice layers to it that I think some of it can be up for interpretation. I felt like she was struggling with her own insecurities, relying on people's, opinions of her, trying to figure out how to fit in, things like that. And then when this beautiful woman comes along, is it really in real life or is it in her head and her fantasies? She sees the drugs happening. I think there's a couple of things that happen all at once. It's sort of, she gives into the drugs and then she starts fantasizing about, things and who she is and who she isn't. This is how I took it anyway. And then she, she tries to kill herself and get rid of this fantasy she's having. And then she wakes up in the hospital and ends up putting an end to that fantasy as far as seeing her killing that woman, as I think the interpretation is she's doing away with trying to fit in, trying to be somebody else, and going to live her life from here on her own terms. I liked it. I thought it was amazing as far as so creative in how you expressed this message. I thought it was very well done. Everybody did a great job in the acting and the editing and the technical stuff, all the footage and the location and the set design and just all of it was good. And the pace and the length of it as well.
I like the lighting in this film as Juliana went in and out of her drug-induced fantasies. I like that she wanted to be a creative writer. That really worked with this film. Got it? Because at first you weren't sure what was going on, if she was going into her creative fantasies, if she really met this individual, if she met this woman or not, if this person was real or not. It really was a surprise at the end when you saw the lines of cocaine, that you realized that this was all drug-induced fantasies, that she was falling in love with a figment of her imagination, that she was pushing friends away. And it also shows, a film like this also shows that sometimes as friends, we might not notice the signs of drug use and drug abuse, where friends are pushing us away and they're getting angry and we're thinking they're just crazy and a little psychotic, and we're not seeing the angry signs as a cry for help. We're just leaving. It's usually when things get too serious, in Juliana's case where she ends up almost dying, that we realize things were more serious than they were. The lighting really goes into the fantasy, and the fact that you don't really know if she's writing, since she said she wants to be a creative writer, if this person she met is in figment of her imagination because she's a creative, or if this person really exists, because you are seeing the text messages on the screen through the graphics. But then it makes sense that it's a line she snorted, and it happens where it's a hallucination. This film was really well done, just because of the graphics, where you weren't sure what was going on until the very last moment, which was really brilliant.
I feel like manipulation, codependence, drug abuse, these are all certain themes that, or challenges that I feel like our main character is set to go through. As she's going through these experiences, she expresses fear and asks for support. And then when she gets this support, her interests use this opportunity to try to push them away. And it's just this piece makes you have a lot of questions and does it in such a way that it makes you feel uncomfortable in this process of doing so, which I think in a sense helps you kind of take a step in the character's shoes itself, and having to go through this process of what these experiences at times feel like. When you're in a domestic violence situation, you sort of see this person kind of take a strong hold. And so when you really watch the piece and really see the terms and how this all goes down, and the fantasy of using drugs as an escape, and it almost taking the life of you, and all of these different things, all of these different themes come into play within the story, and it is such a striking piece to see this character, in a sense, be poisoned by the words and the surroundings that she finds herself in.